Hi, I'm James Lamont, fellow at the Vidine Center for Rural Economic Development at the University of Minnesota Crookston. About 2 years ago, we did a series on where the farm dollar goes, in terms of percentages associated with commodities, energy, all of the inputs, et cetera. And so now we're going to talk about the output side, which is inflation. Arguably, inflation is going to be among the largest issues impacting US voters this November. And food, obviously, is something that we need to survive. So it's heavily focused on. None of us have been immune to what has arguably been the largest increase in food costs from an inflationary perspective since 1979. In fact, 2022 was the year with the largest growth in terms of inflation since the late 70s. But to put it in perspective, US food prices as an aggregate have risen about 25% since COVID-19. Factors included the pandemic, avian influenza, because it did impact other types of avian birds, turkeys, et cetera. And then price growth, obviously monetary policy as well has contributed to this because we did flood the economy with trillions of dollars, including supplemental benefits during COVID and after. But what we are seeing as a result of a slowing economy is a reduction in terms of the inflation rate. So price growth did slow in 2023 as inflation eased. And now that we're speaking in 2024, I suspect that the numbers will be similar, if not better, for consumers. However, this is due to commodity price decreases on the farming side, a slowing economy, less disposable income, et cetera. Total food spending in 2023 in the United States was roughly $2.6 trillion. To-go food or food away from home hit 60% of total food spending. When you think about that, that's a lot. So you're spending 60% on takeout food, 40% on what you're buying at the grocery store typically. Consumers spent 11.2% of their disposable income on food, and this was unchanged from 2022, thereby, again, reflecting this trend. And then higher income houses did spend more on food, but it's naturally a much smaller percentage of their income. These patterns will continue adjusting due to the economic slowdown. But if you pay attention to the graph, you'll see that families in the lowest quintile from an income perspective are spending almost a third of their income on food, whereas people in the highest quintile are spending approximately 7% on food. So there is definitely a disparity in terms of how inflation is hitting families. And we should continue to monitor this as well, given the impact it has on the American budget and consumer cycle. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.